Today, we're diving into one of the most tantalizing mysteries in the history of astronomy. A story that involves a fleeting signal from the depths of space, a scientist with a red pen, and a question that still haunts us to this day. Are we alone in the universe? This is the story of the Wow signal. And trust me, it's as cool as it sounds. This is Porch Lore. And I'm your host, Devin. This is the tale of the Wow signal. Let's set the scene. It's August 15th, 1977. The air is warm, the crickets are chirping, and at Ohio State University's Big Ear radio telescope, things are pretty quiet. The Big Ear wasn't exactly glamorous. It looked more like a giant metal parking lot than a high-tech space observatory. But don't let its humble appearance fool you. This thing was a workhorse, scanning the skies for signals that might, just might, be coming from intelligent life beyond Earth. Enter Dr. Jerry Eman, a volunteer scientist with a passion for the stars.
I was actually a volunteer at the Ohio State University Radio Observatory. My job was as a radio astronomer, specifically looking at the computer printouts from the radio telescope.
Eman was a part of the SETI program, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, which was basically the ultimate cosmic fishing expedition. The goal? To find a signal that wasn't just random space noise. Something that screamed, "Hey, we're out here." And then it happened. At 10:16 p.m., the Big Ear picked up something weird. A signal so strong, so unusual, that it actually made the computer print out a string of numbers and letters.
6EQUJ5 as it faded up to the other side. That's a just tremendously strong signal. We'd never seen anything like that before. And that told us that this really is a very strong narrowband signal that did not come from some natural source.
Now, this wasn't just any random blip. This signal was 72 seconds long, came from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, and had a frequency of 1420 megahertz. A frequency that scientists had long theorized aliens might use because it's the natural frequency of hydrogen, the most common element in the universe. When Eman saw the printout, he couldn't believe his eyes. He grabbed a red pen, circled the sequence of numbers and letters, and wrote one word next to it: Wow. And just like that, the Wow signal was born.
Within 10 seconds or less, with my red pen, I circled the 6EQUJ5 and wrote the word "Wow!" exclamation point. And it's fortunate, I got to thinking about this later, that wow is kind of like an expletive, but a good expletive, and so I didn't have to be deleted.
Here's what the printout looked like. If you're wondering what that means, it's basically a code for how strong the signal was. The U was off the charts, way stronger than anything the Big Ear had ever picked up before. It was like the universe had just shouted, "Hello!" and then hung up the phone. So what was the Wow signal? Was it aliens? A glitch? A secret government experiment? Eman and his team went full detective mode. They checked for satellites, aircrafts, or any other human-made sources, and nada. They pointed the telescope back at the same spot in the sky, and silence. The signal never came back. Over the years, scientists have come up with all kinds of theories. Maybe it was a comet. Nope. Comets don't emit signals like that. Maybe it was a natural cosmic phenomenon. Possibly. But nothing we've discovered since matches the Wow signal's unique profile.
Dr. Krauss did the bulk of the investigation as to what it could be. He looked at stars, galaxies, planets, satellites, and anything else that could have sent the signal, and didn't find anything.
And then, of course, there's the alien theory. Could it have been a deliberate broadcast from an intelligent civilization? The timing, the frequency, and the strength of the signal make it a tantalizing possibility. But here's the kicker. We may never know. The WOW signal remains a one-hit wonder, a cosmic enigma that's never been repeated. Fast forward to today, and the WOW signal is still the gold standard for potential alien contact. It's the closest we've ever come to finding evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence. And while we haven't found a definitive explanation, the search continues. Projects like Breakthrough Listen are scanning the skies with even more advanced technology, hoping to catch another signal like it.
And what was even more puzzling is we actually had two beams in the sky at the time, slightly a few minutes apart from each other. And when it went through one beam, we saw it, and it went through the other beam, we didn't see it. So that means that the signal turned off at the time we were looking at it. And that's even more exciting.
But here's the thing. Even if the WOW signal wasn't aliens, it's a reminder of how big and mysterious the universe really is. It's a story about curiosity, about the thrill of discovery, and about the possibility that somewhere out there, someone or something might be looking back at us. So what happened to Jerry Eman? Well, he's become something of a legend in the astronomy world. That red pen, it's now a symbol of scientific wonder. And the WOW signal? It inspired countless books, documentaries, and even a few conspiracy theories.
Is it a hoax? Well, Jerry and I are the only ones that could have pulled this hoax by fiddling around with the computer program. And I know I didn't do it, and I'm pretty sure he didn't do it. So we knew that it was there.
Science, after all, is about evidence. And until we get another signal, the WOW signal remains the ultimate cosmic mystery. So, what do you think? Was the WOW signal a message from an alien civilization? A natural phenomenon we just don't understand yet? Or just a weird blip in the data? Whatever it is, it's a reminder that the universe is full of surprises, and that sometimes the most profound discoveries start with a single word scribbled in red ink. Wow. And hey, if you ever find yourself staring up at the night sky, wondering if we're alone, just remember, somewhere out there, the WOW signal is still echoing through the cosmos, waiting for us to figure it out. Thanks for joining me, Porch Pals. If any of you have your own spooky or unexplained experiences, I'd love to hear it. Shoot me an email and maybe I'll tell your story next.